Hi, it's the Mem Man again. Yes, like I said before, we've had a bit of a break. Everything's been busy. Missed it. We've got to get back on it, checking out the old memorabilia as we do. And this time we're going to check out the Sgt Pepper LP by the Beatles. 1967. Obviously, we know it spent maybe a year at number one. Absolutely guaranteed the best Beatles album of all time. I've got a feel that maybe a little bit Rubber Soul. I like Rubber Soul compares to this to me, but everything after sort of Help and Revolver and Rubber Soul and all that, it just changed the dynamic of music. But this really has influenced a lot of people. Now this is the first pressing. This is what you got with that is the inner sleeve was by the Fool, and that is a psychedelic inner. Now, if a lot of these you will not find that because they just get lost and swapped around. That's your vinyl, yellow parlophone. There is free gifts in them now. I've got them in the other ones. This is just the ordinary psychedelic, say by the Fool. But if you ever see one, check that that's there. Probably that on its own is worth £20. So they're always worth getting, you know, even if the LP is not great. So that is the first press. Now they did a wide spine one, which is this one, as you can see, which is quite a lot rarer than the normal one. Now that was just done as a not really intentional, but as the pressings came out. Same sort of thing, and this one you've got your card with the pepper masks. What they used to put, and they was in them. There was in them. Every one actually, even the rerun ones, they put them in. They reproed them, and that's in that one. I say that's a wide. I'll show you the wide spine. Get that back in, as you'll see. Thickness of that spine and the thickness of that one. You see the difference. So that one, this original, it can go 100, 200, 300. It just depends all about condition. This is 120, 180, and maybe a little bit more. Well, that is a nice one, but you don't find them. But the Pepper is always fetching the money. Always fetching the money. That is, say, 67. They kept coming out. Obviously, with being number one, they'd kept producing them. So 68, sort of. So they say that's a wide spine. And what they did, I'll just show you on this one actually, on the first press. The album, there's a rare press which omits A Day in the Life, which is on that side. Side 2. Last track on that, as you can see, there's some of these that omit that, a misprint. So they omit The Day in the Life. They're £400. So if you ever find one, have a look. A Day in the Life is not on it. They are the money. So you never know. You never know. But there's only a few, but they do fetch absolutely, you know, probably twice as much as the original. I've only ever had one, and I think I sold it. So, but great album. I'll show you these others. We've got. I think my favourite track is A Day in the Life. Great story, obviously about the Guinness man. As I think if you listen to the lyrics, you know it's about what it's about. Blew his man out in a car. That was an album of everything different. Great album. So it compared. My top two is Rubber Soul and this. The White Album. Patchy. We'll talk about the White Album another day. So keep tuning in. Keep tuning in. We've got loads of stuff to talk about. Absolutely full. So there will be football stuff. There will be film stuff. There'll be toys. We're going to do one on toys as well. So if you keep tuning in, we're going to really go for it this year. Really. That's another one. Another parlophone. So that would be maybe 69, 70. So it's a yellow parlophone in the middle. All these are actually the yellow parlophones, but they do a later one, which is a silver parlophone and a double boxed EMI, and they're not so much as obviously the original. I think these are just run of the mill. There again, so worn spine. So if you got something like that, it's 20 quid. There's the worn spine. You know, it's all about condition, as with any record. And then this is the later repress. They did a repress in yellow parlophone. So that is the you can see that's mint. You know, and they had all the innards in this one. Obviously that's a little bit, that's later, obviously, because of what it is. And a different card there, that's a separate thing. So that was like a repackaged thing from maybe, I don't even know who's got a thing on it. But yeah, that's sort of later, that's maybe 90s, noughties. So whatever they keep bringing them out, and as we know now, everything's, you know, they're bringing them out sort of new, brand new for HMV. And I think it's the guy at HMV that bought vinyl back, because he bought HMV, he loved vinyl, and what he did, he put vinyl in his shops, took off, and now they've got it everywhere. So respect to the guy that took over HMV, because he has bought vinyl back, big style. So that's me for today. That's me little chat. So what we'll do, say keep on it, because we're going to do loads. Anything you're interested in, we know. If you're interested in any sort of sporty stuff, film, memorabilia, vinyl, even comics, we're going to do comics. Everything I'm interested in is apart from pottery and furniture. So keep tuning in. There'll be something to interest you, even if you're not too interested in Beatles, there'll be something to interest you. So it's great to see you again. Wow, we're back on it. I will see you soon. Have a great one. WC Fields, you've got Monroe, you've got obviously the Beatles here in pepper and in normal suits. There was a story about, there's something on here like a jug. A friend of mine thought he'd got it. It was on the front, on the front cover, and they thought he'd got that because it was found in a tip in a skip near where apparently Ringo used to live, and apparently Ringo used to own that, but he sold it for £1,000. That, I don't know. I mean, we can't say it's so odd because they did make so many of them, you know. So, but yeah, there's Laurel and Hardy. There's everybody seems to be on here. Bob Dylan, you know. So they're all icons. And Peter Blake obviously did the cover.